Hi everyone, I'm sorry I cannot be with you live. I wanted to make a little video just to highlight some things for this week, and I'll start with Unit 5. So that's the unit that's due this Sunday. And I just want to click right here to show you the to-do list for Unit 5. And you'll see that there are several assignments in this unit. You're going to read Chapter 4, read Chapter 5. You're going to do a student success quiz. You're going to do a discussion board, and here's your reminder again. It should be a 3-post minimum. So you're going to have your initial discussion board post, and then you're going to respond to 2 classmates. If you do all 3 responses, you will get a 100. If you do 2 of the 3 responses, that's 2/3, that's a 66. If you do 1 response, that's a 33. If you do no responses on the discussion board, then that is a 0. So hopefully you will get your 3 posts on there, your initial post and then your responses to 2 classmates. The next thing I want to talk about is that scavenger hunt assignment. That scavenger hunt assignment, there are a couple things I want to say about it. First of all, question number 9 on there asks you what inclement weather is and how can you check for it. The answer for that is not to watch the Weather Channel or to look up on a weather app. That question is a little misleading. It's asking, yes, for the definition of inclement weather. When it says how can you check for it, what it really is asking here is how can you check whether inclement weather is affecting anything at the college, a closing or something. So, and there is an answer to that, and there's something you can do that is mentioned of how you can stay in the know, so you'll know if the college is affected by weather. So that's really what number 9 is all about. If you have questions about any of the others, feel free to shoot me an email. But these questions can almost all easily be found through using, let me find the link for that. I'll use this link right here. So if you go to cfcc.edu, and this is actually the transfer guide I'm going to show you in a little bit, but just the general website, if you click on the search bar and you type in a question from the scavenger hunt, like who is the president or the grade appeal process, it'll give you information, it'll give you search results, and then you can find it. And that's one way. You can also find a lot of this information in the Unit 5 here on Blackboard. Do keep in mind that when you submit your scavenger hunt assignment, when you submit your answers, you want to make sure that your document, if it is a Google Doc, that you have shared the Google Doc with me. So you want to make sure you go into the share settings of your Google Doc and you click on anyone with the link can open it. Please don't forget this important step. It's very important that you remember to immediately, when you go to start creating your scavenger hunt answer document, go ahead and change the share settings if it's a Google Doc to anyone with the link can view it. And then when you submit, you'll know that I have access to open up and grade your assignment. And then there's a little link for reviewing the CFCC services and support, and that should also help you with doing the scavenger hunt. So that's really all for Chapter 5. I'm going to now talk about the University Transfer Project. So you'll notice that all of the folders are open again. I was closing them, and then it was pointed out to me that when I close the folders, they don't show you the grades from the assignments that were in those folders. So you should now be able to see all of your grades, and all the folders are open. But I'm not taking late work, and it does tell me when the work's submitted, so you don't need to go back and submit anything. I am going to accept your university transfer assignment in Unit 3. I'm going to accept that late. So trying to open that now. Well, I don't need to open it from here. It's not letting me open it. Let me see if I can open it from a different one. Yes. All right. So here's the university transfer. The actual assignment is right here. And then here's where you submit it. So the big part you guys are leaving out of this assignment that's super important are these BDPs. So right here, and that stands for baccalaureate degree plans, and that's a list, and let me go to it for you. If you click on that link, for those of you that are going to use Cape Fear Community College to do 2 years of general studies, because the thing that you need your degree in can only be received at a 4-year school, then you're going to do your transfer chart, that assignment that I'm giving you until this Sunday, February 12th, to turn in. You're going to use, if you're doing a program that is at a 4-year school, you're going to use these BDPs. And what that it means is that once you select your school that you're using for the transfer project, you just choose one school, so narrow it down to one. Even if you're undecided, just pick one for this assignment. And let's say that you chose UNC Chapel Hill. So you have 3 choices here. You can look at our public colleges in North Carolina. You can look at our private colleges and universities, and then there's some special agreements we have with other schools in North Carolina. If you're planning on going outside of North Carolina, you can probably use a North Carolina, because we don't have any links to the non-North Carolina schools because Cape Fear doesn't have any agreements with colleges outside of the state. So you probably want to find your major at just one of these North Carolina public colleges. So part of your transfer assignment, if you are planning on transferring, and I'll talk to the rest of you in a second, if you're not planning on transferring, but if you are planning on transferring, you'll go into this link and you'll find the college that you are doing your transfer chart on. And let's say you're doing the chart on that you want to go to Chapel Hill for a degree in dental hygiene. Now, this is an interesting topic selection because there are some people that don't want to go to Chapel Hill for dental hygiene, because actually Cape Fear Community College has its own dental hygiene program. So you could do your entire transfer sheet, even though it's not transfer technically, but you can do your entire project for this week. That I don't want to call it a project. You could do this worksheet, the transfer worksheet. You could do it on the dental hygiene program at Cape Fear Community College. And then on that chart, on the transfer chart, all of the information it's asking for about schools, you'll answer it for just Cape Fear Community College. And then you'll look at the Cape Fear Community College dental hygiene program. You'll go into that on the website of Cape Fear, and you'll look at the classes you need to get that degree. But let's say you're not doing the dental hygiene program at Cape Fear. Let's say you want to do the dental hygiene program at Chapel Hill. And if that's the case, then you're going to do the Associate of Science program at Cape Fear Community College. So you would click on this BDP, this baccalaureate degree plan for Chapel Hill, since that's what you're saying in your transfer assignment, that you want to go to Chapel Hill for dental hygiene, and you'll click on that. And then we scroll down to the dental hygiene program at Chapel Hill, and we go into it. And what it shows us is what classes you would take at a North Carolina community college, and for you at Cape Fear Community College, it shows you what classes you would take before you would go to Chapel Hill. So the North Carolina Community College, the Cape Fear Community College classes are in yellow, and it's these. And you notice the ACA 122 is actually a required class for this. And then when you get to the blue, those are the classes you would take once you arrived at Chapel Hill. So part of your assignment for this transfer project is to talk about what classes you have to take at Cape Fear to be prepared for transfer. So part of the assignment is asking you questions about Chapel Hill, the school you are trying to get to. And part of the assignment is asking you what classes you have to take at Cape Fear Community College to make the transfer. Well, let me go to some of you that are not planning on transferring. So if you're not planning on transferring, then you could go into, and I'm at the Cape Fear website. Let me just go to the general CFCC. And you can look up your program under academics. And you could go to the programs of study A to Z. You could look at it that way. And let's say you wanted to get a degree in advertising and graphic design from Cape Fear Community College. So you'd click on that, you'd do all your information on Cape Fear Community College as the school, and then you'll look down the page. And we don't do pathways because you guys are full Cape Fear students. Pathways are for students that aren't at CTEC. They're not at a cooperative, innovative high school like you are. So you have the option to do a certificate in the graphic design program, or you could advertise in graphic design, or you could actually do this degree. Let's say you want to do the degree program. So you would click on that link. And that means you would do this worksheet pertaining to taking this advertising and graphic design program at Cape Fear Community College. So you're not looking at another college because everything you want to do is right here. So here are the classes in there. So you would list these on that transfer worksheet, because remember, you have the option to do this assignment either as how would you prepare for transfer, or how would you actually complete your program at Cape Fear. And this option would be if you were completing your program at Cape Fear. So you would map out and put on the sheet these classes. Now, like right here, it shows it in two different formats. It shows the classes here, it breaks them down into the general education requirements, which are 15 hours. Here's a perfect example. Like, you need 3 credits of humanities and fine arts, but if you notice, the humanities and fine arts section gives you 1, 2, 3, 4 choices, and you only need 1. So when you're mapping out your classes for this assignment, you would only choose 1 of those. So I hope all this makes a lot of sense, and I am available for questions. And I hope that you guys have a good rest of the week and a good weekend, and I will be checking email.